The Chicago Cubs are one of the best teams that I've ever seen in the 10-year CPU Sims. They always sign the best players. They've signed Jordan a bunch of times, Ellie De La Cruz. I've seen them sign Paul Skeens a few times. In the sim, they are always good when I'm watching them from other teams. But today, we're going to be watching from their POV. What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall, back at it again with another video. Today, we are here with the Chicago Cubs 10-year sim. And like I just said, I've seen them create some absolute disgusting dynasties. And this is the perfect example of, does actually controlling a team make a difference? Because I've seen them build a good team in every single sim we've done, except for maybe 3. But today we're going to see if that's just the game, or if it's because I'm not controlling them. As you guys know, we don't do anything to this team. All we do is sim. We don't make trades, we don't do free agency, we don't do anything of the sort. It's whatever the CPU decides to do is what they do. And I know what you guys are thinking. Who's that behind me? That's O'Neal Cruz. If you guys didn't watch Sunday's video, I explained why he's there. Basically, we created a new kind of thing to add to our channel called the Wall of Shame or the Wall of Fame. Depending on what happens, the worst player, if someone does really, really terrible, they get put on the wall. If they do something really, really good, they get put on the wall, for good reasons though. So, bad, shame, good, fame. Pretty much, O'Neal Cruz. If you want to go see why he's there, go watch Sunday's video and it will make sense. Yesterday, wrote to the show, nothing really happened to where we would put someone on that wall, so that's why he's still up there. And the people stay up there until they are replaced by someone else, which will probably happen in this video. I foresee us having to have at least one player just come in and be absolutely terrible. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and sim. Alright, the first trade that they're going to make is Justin Steele and Caden Sorrell for Trevor Rogers, Tyler O'Neill, and Keegan Aiken. Not the biggest fan of this deal because Justin Steele has 3 years left. And, I mean, Trevor Rogers is hitting free agency. I mean, this could work out well. I really don't know yet. Alright, Home Run Derby. Do they have anybody here? They've got Ian Happy Hour, as I like to call him. He's been pretty good. Do we have... The Reds are tied. Well, not tied with us. They're half a game ahead. No one starting. Brett Beatty and Bo Bichette and Nathan Eovaldi are all here, which I think is crazy. Do we have anyone from our team? Trevor Williams? In what world is that? I don't even... is that a thing? Anyone from our team? We are the Cubs. I have to constantly remind myself Nico Horner is here. Brett Beatty, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Alex Bregman is also here. Good for him. Happy Hour, not bad at all. Schwarber used to be a Cub. No PCA though, which is what I'm most surprised about. He's almost always here. But yeah, let's get to the draft class, see if they drafted anyone good. Okay, they're going to trade Pedro Ramirez for Adrian Hauser, Sam Hentges, and Andrew. Yeah, I don't like this deal very much. It's kind of a meh deal. Alright, so they had... Oh, wow, this guy's going to be a beast. This Stan McKenna guy is going to be an elite closer for years to come. This guy could be decent. The rest of the guys are just backups at best, honestly. We barely sneak into the playoffs at 83 and 79. That is not ideal. We should have been a lot better. We are the 6th seed, taking on our division rival Milwaukee Brewers. Didn't have any award winners. Anyone lead the league in anything? Let's see. 5-1 from Hap, Horner with a 5, Bregman with a 4-7, 3-6 from Carson Kelly. PCA was awful. 2 from Matt Shaw and Michael Bush. Dansby with a 1.7, Seiya Suzuki with a 0.9. That's extremely disappointing. Pitching wise, 43 saves out of Phil Maton. He was very solid, honestly. Pitching staff did pretty well, I would say. I wish they would have kept Justin Steele and maybe traded something else for Trevor Rogers. That's okay because he had a 3. 2-4 from Matthew Boyd, Cade Horton with a 2, 1.9 from Gosman, and a 1.2 from Cabrera. 0.9 from Shota. He's got to be better in the playoffs. I think we're going to be a first-round exit, unfortunately. Never mind. The Mets. The Mets are going to give us some slight issues. How did the team do in the playoffs? Let's see. Let us see. Ian Happ sucks. Seiya Suzuki is looking like the early Wall of Shame member. Trevor Rogers looking like a Wall of Fame member. Yeah, really nothing else from the pitching staff. Alright, let's get to the offseason, see if they make any big moves. Alright, so they did end up losing Trevor Rogers, which now makes me think this trade was not a good idea. There's no way they signed Scooble. There's no way. Like I said, they always manage to sign someone crazy, and it looks like the first one is going to be Scooble. He's here for 6 years, which is very good. At least 6 years. I don't know if he resigns at his age 36 year. But yeah, that's a great addition to the team. But that means we also lose Ian Happ to the Braves. That sucks. Alright, so they did lose a ton of guys. They lost Rogers, Gosman, a lot of older guys. Ian Happ was another one that kind of sucks. Scoobs they signed, we saw that, but they didn't really make any other meaningful moves, which is not a good sign. Hopefully they know what they're doing though. Okay, they make a huge deal. They're going to trade away Victor Cruz, Tyler O'Neill, and Ethan Conrad for Garrett Whitlock, Cutter Crawford, and Johan Oviedo. I do like this deal, so now I'm feeling a little bit better about the Trevor Rogers deal, as they are going to be trading Tyler O'Neill, who's part of that deal. So, yeah, hopefully Garrett Whitlock can be a stud for us. The Home Run Derby, do we have anyone here? No. Happy Hour's not here either, which doesn't make me feel as bad. We are not good, though. 45 and 51. We're not out of the race. 4.5 games back. We're the second-ranked team, but we suck. Just put it lightly, we just suck. No one's starting. Took me a second to process. Do we have anyone here? Anyone at all? Michael Bush is here, so good for him. Gleyber Torres, former Cub, technically speaking, played in the minor league system. Schwarber, also a former Cub. O'Neill Cruz was probably a Cub at some point too. I feel like everyone was. Yeah, no one else though, just Michael Bush. That sucks. Alright, let's get to the draft class. Hopefully the team can turn it around. Had a terrible draft class. Really nothing here is going to actually help too much. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, after having a monster second half, they finished 91 and 71. Finish as the 2 seed, that will work. Scoobs led the league in strikeouts. That's just about it for the team. That's alright. Let's see how the rest of the guys did. Let's see. Carson Kelly with a 5, 4-2 from Bregman, Swanson with the 3-7. PCA has been very disappointing so far. He needs to turn it around. 3-6 from him. Seiya Suzuki with the 3-5, good bounce back. Kevin Alcantara with the 3-2. Wow, good for him. Bush with a 3, Horner with a 2-9, and then Donovan Walton with a 1-3, Miguel Amaya with a 1-4 as backups. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad. Scoobs, 18 and 8, had a great year. 51 saves out of Garrett Whitlock, 21 from Phil Maton. So good job from those guys. 6-2 from Scoobs, Shoto with a 3-2, Horton with a 1-9, and Cabrera with a 1-1. Not bad at all. Playoffs, come on. Let me see something. St. Louis, division rival. They're going to sweep us in 3. Alright, we need to make some big moves this offseason. Alright, they're starting off the offseason hot. They're trading away Kevin Alcantara and Ken Ricker, the 80 potential player that we just drafted, I'm pretty sure, for Shane Bieber, David Fry, and Tyler Holland. I don't think this is a terrible move. I really don't. Okay, they re-signed Carson Kelly. That's good. They're going to trade away Paul Washington for Esteury Ruiz. Not bad. Alright, so we lost Phil Maton. We lost a couple guys, but not the end of the world. We obviously did re-sign Carson Kelly, but we made no other big signings whatsoever. That is not going to play. Why is Chris Hakopian a free agent? I don't understand. Yeah, they just mainly made prospect signings, which I really hope they know what they're doing. Really, really hope they know what they're doing here. Alright, they're going to trade this Geno Thacker guy for Miles Straw. I am not a fan of this deal whatsoever. This is a bad deal. Okay, but this is a solid deal. Kate Townsend, Chris Hakopian, Donovan Walton. I like how they just sent him right back. For CJ Abrams, but I'm pretty sure he's expiring contract this year, which is not ideal. Hopefully they can do something to sign him and keep him here. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Nobody from our team here. Liam Hicks is here. Gavin Sheets is here. Good for the two of them, I guess, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. We're currently 1 game back on the Cardinals. No, Bregman there. Okay, I'm losing my mind a little bit. No starters. What about closers? Are any of you guys mine? No. But the Marlins look like they're cooking up something over here, and that's a little bit scary. No Carson Kelly. No Michael Bush. No Nico Horner. Bregman we saw. Shortstop CJ Abrams is here. That will play. No PCA. He has been a little bit disappointing. Oh, Seiya Suzuki also did re-sign with the team in the offseason, so that's another good thing. So, yeah. Okay, and they make 1 trade on deadline day. They're going to trade away James Triantos, Ruiz, Fayan, and Giancarlo Stillo for Dalton Rushing, Griff McGarry, Dusty Armas, and Lamont Wade. This is a very odd deal. That's all I'll say is a very odd deal. Alright, dreadful draft. A completely terrible draft. Yeah. Alright, we go 89-73, win the division. Did I say we get a bye? We do get a bye as the 2 seed once again. That will definitely play. Let's see. Bregman with a 7-2, Nico with a 5-5, Carson Kelly with a 4-5, PCA with a 4-2, Seiya with a 3-7, CJ Abrams with a 3, Miles Straw with a 2-1, 1-4 from Dansby. Looks like he's starting to fall off a little bit, but I'm pretty sure he hits... Oh, never mind, we have him for another year. Michael Bush at 0.7. He's been very good, but not this year. Garrett Whitlock with 45 saves. He's been a beast. What else? What are we looking at? Scoobs with a 3-4. A little bit of a down year. That's alright, though. 2-2 from Shota. Bieber with a 2. And Garrett Whitlock with a 1-1. Where are the rest of my starters? Oh, they got Phil Maton back. Oh, that's good. Cutter Crawford was meh. Cade Horton was... Wow, Cade Horton's been really bad. It looks like we might be... yeah, maybe not. Alright, let's get to the playoffs. Let's see. Phillies. We lose 2 games by 1 to get knocked out early. Alright, come on, guys. We need to make some big moves here, please. No, why? Why? Like, why are the closer values so bad? In what world does this trade make sense? You're trading a 96 potential player for Isaac Collins. What are we doing? This is the guy that breaks your all-time save record right here. And you're trading him away for a bag of fucking hot and spicy Doritos. Like, what are we doing, dude? Seriously. Alright, they do sign Andres Munoz, which, I mean, I guess that's good. I wish they would have kept the other guy, too, though. Yes, they re-signed CJ Abrams for 4 years. That will play. Come on, now. Alright, it looks like Phil Maton, Garrett Whitlock might be gone. Edward Cabrera, yeah, it looks like we lost a lot of guys. We signed Andres Munoz. We signed Garrett Clevenger. That's not bad. Tony Santlin's meh. Ryan Mountcastle's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we need to be better, though. That's the only problem. Alright, and it looks like they might be going into rebuild mode. They're going to trade away Michael Bush and Ben Brown for Mark Valentin and Cam Collier. This is an okay-ish deal, I guess. I would prefer you keep Michael Bush and, Ben Brown you can get rid of. Hopefully these 2 guys can develop. Okay, they're also going to trade away Shota for 2 shitty fucking C potential players. SDS, fix your trade engine. This is bad. This is really bad. And they're going to trade away Seiya Suzuki for Elton Herzog. I don't know what this guy's potential is. Hopefully it's good enough. But it looks like they're tearing it all down now, unfortunately. Home run derby. Do we? No. That was a stupid question to even consider. Dominic Canzone is here, though. So good for him. Yeah, I just hate how quickly we blew it all up. And that would have been great if we would have kept our closer instead of trading for Isaac Collins, who we now trade away with Garrett Clevenger for Noel V. Marte, out of all people. Like, I wish we would have kept our 96 potential closer. Would have probably been smart if we're going into a rebuild. I don't know. Call me crazy. Alright, let's see who our all-star is. We probably don't even have one. We probably traded them away. Phil Maton. Nice. He's with the Dodgers. Anyone from our team? Oh, Daniel Palencia. I completely forgot he existed. That's my bad. I completely forgot about him. Do we have anyone else? Or, Bregman. Alright, not bad. Like, we've got guys, and I don't know why they blow it up instead of maybe trying to figure out a way to improve the team, they just blow it all up. And we were only like 31, we were like 30 and 35 or something. Like, come on now. I mean, we got this guy who's decent, but really nothing else. Like, you can't go into a rebuild and not draft anyone good, or only draft one decent guy. Like, come on. You got to be better with the drafting here, SDS, please. Alright, and just like that, we are now atrocious. 68 and 94. Obviously not going to make the playoffs with that. I'm surprised we still have Tarek Skubal. To be completely honest, I'm surprised they didn't trade him away. Let's see. 5-1 from PCA. He's starting to kind of step it up a little bit. 4-9 from Carson Kelly. 3-5 from Nico and CJ Abrams. Bregman with a 1-6. Dansby with a 1-4. Matt Shaw, I don't think he's ever going to be anything. He's been extremely disappointing, especially when you consider he's been playing and he's been our main starter, and to this point has only accumulated about 3 WAR, which is just not going to play. Not going to play at all. Let's see the pitching staff, though. Only 2 guys with 10 wins. 36 saves out of Daniel Palencia. Not terrible. 3-5 from Scoobs. 1-2 from Horton. Munoz with a .7. I mean, the team just sucks. Like, this is just ugly. Really, really ugly. Alright, they're going to trade away Bregman and a bunch of other players for Pablo Delgado, the number 26 prospect, and Miguel Gutierrez, who might be good. I mean, I don't mind this trade. I really don't mind this trade at all. They're gonna trade. Why are closing pitchers so undervalued in this game? They're trading away Andres Munoz, a 91 overall, for a C potential player. What the fuck? Alright, so they didn't really lose much in free agency. They signed Hunter Gaddis and Alec Boehm. They also... what is their obsession with Miles Straw? They also signed Nolan Arenado and Mitch Keller. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I don't know. They're going to do this little swap here. I mean, it's kind of pointless, to be honest. Another 1-for-1 swap with a mid potential guy, I guess. Tristan Casas isn't bad, though. Okay, they're also going to trade away their... Dude, they draft a good player and then immediately trade them. For Liam Hicks, who probably only has a year left and will leave in free agency. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Don't get me wrong, Liam Hicks, great guy. Great player. You have fucking Carson Kelly! What are you doing? You're trading away... So you blow the roster up to go into a rebuild. And then you trade away your top prospect. Like, this guy was probably their number 1 overall prospect at the time. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, and then they make this. This is a huge deal. I can't wait for them to not pan out well. Like, 3 years on Matt Wallner. Okay, that's not bad. And then you also get 3 years of Josh Hader and 3 years of Jacob Latz, who unfortunately doesn't have any potential in this game. I mean, this could be a good deal. This could be a really good deal. I hope they don't mess it up. Alright, we're at the home run derby. CJ Abrams is putting the team on his back. Wow. What a guy. What a guy. He can't feel the ground ball hit directly at him, but my God, can he hit the shit out of the baseball. CJ, PCA, Shane Bieber, we're putting the pieces together. I just wish they didn't trade away everyone else this offseason. Probably would have helped out. Like Andres Munoz, probably would have helped out here. Daniel Palencia is a beast, though. Stan McKenna probably would have helped out. You fuckheads. Michael Bush also here, also just not on our team anymore, but he's also not doing very well, so I'm not gonna blame them for getting rid of him. CJ Abrams is a beast. PCA is a beast, finally kind of figuring it out in the sim. Matt Wallner is also here. Seiya Suzuki, wish we kept him around. Yeah, the team's looking good. We just need to make the playoffs again. We need to win a World Series. This team, this franchise is too good not to win one. Okay, they're going to trade away Tomas Alvarez for Eduardo Valencia. Okay. Our third catcher for whatever fucking reason. They're also going to trade Victor Murillo for Blake Perkins. This is an okay deal, I guess. Okay, this is a much better draft class. You got a couple of really solid potential players. So hopefully they don't screw this up. Okay, they almost fell apart at the end, but they finished 85 and 77, which is good enough for 5th. Probably could have been up a little higher if they didn't suck at the end of the year. No, we would have still been. Yeah, but we almost choked that hard. Pause. Scoobs had a great year. Shane Bieber had a great year. CJ Abrams, Matt Wallner. Like to see it. CJ Abrams won an MVP. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, honestly. Good for him. CJ Abrams, you might be making your way to the Wall of Fame. 5'8" from PCA, Carson Kelly with the 4'3", CJ Abrams with the 4'2", Matt Wallner with the 3'6", 2'8" from Liam Hicks, 2'7" from Jordan Beck, not a bad deal for getting him, 1'9" for Perkins and Nico Horner, 1'6" from Costas, Dalton Rushing with a 1.5, Matt Shaw with a 1. I still don't know why we traded for 8 catchers this year. I don't know why. Daniel Plencia with 50 saves, had a good year. Let's see. 3-2 from Scoops, 2-9 from Mitch Keller, Shane Bieber with a 2-6, 1-3 from Tatsuya Amai. Oh, you're getting turned into a starter. We're going to go turn him into a starter. And then Griff McGarry with a 1.2. I'm going to go turn Amai into a starter, and then we'll get into the playoffs. Washington in the first round. They're going to knock them out. Braves. Slide over. Milwaukee. Come on. World Series, Seattle. No way. They're going to win the World Series. Tatsuya Amai, turning him into a starter might have just been the key to this whole thing. How did he do? He fucking sucked. I take it back. Ignore me. Jordan Beck with World Series MVP. CJ Abrams playoff MVP. That man might be getting onto that wall. If he has one more good year, one more good year, he's making it onto that wall. Yeah. Let's get to the offseason. Please keep this core together. That's all I'm asking. Alright, it looks like they did lose a lot of players. They signed Josh Naylor. They signed Mike Burrows. They didn't really do too much. I mean, Eduardo Rodriguez and Reynaldo Lopez are like 40. I don't think we're going to be defending our title. That's just my early prediction here. Okay, they're going to get Owen Casey back. They're going to trade away Mark Valentin, who they traded for a couple years ago. Okay, they're going to trade away Jose Ramos for Wade Meckler. Home Run Derby, do we have anyone here? We do, in fact, have CJ Abrams. Get that man on the wall. Get him on the wall. The Wall of Fame. 1.64. I mean, he doesn't put up good WAR because of how bad of a defender he is, but he has been so good for us that he might... I mean, if he finishes off this year strong, he's making it to the wall. Scoobs is an all-star. That's beautiful to see. Palencia is an all-star. Nice. Anyone else from the team? Alex Bregman, no longer on our team, still doing well, so good for him. No CJ Abrams. That is a little bit disappointing. No one else, actually, which is kind of crazy. Let's finish off this. Well, let's go to the draft first, and then we'll go finish off the year. Okay, decent draft. This guy could be something. He's got 4 years to develop, so we might see a little bit of him. I think this could be a good draft for them. Well, this guy could be good. The rest of them are going to be absolutely atrocious, but that's besides the point. All right, 90 and 72. It's a good year. It's a good year. Scoobs had a great year. No one else did. Scoobs wins a Cy Young. Great job from him. How did the main man CJ Abrams do, though? Okay, he had a solid year. 40 home runs, 100 RBIs, 10 stolen bases. Only 10 stolen bases. They nerfed his stealing abilities a lot in this game. 5'5" from PCA. Nico with the 4'6". Rushing with a 3'9". Casey with a 3'6". 2'9" from Naylor. Matt Shaw with the 2'7". Valencia with the 2'3" as a backup. CJ Abrams with a 1'7". I don't know why they got him out there playing the field. Put him at the DH spot, get a better shortstop. Meckler and Matt Wallner with a 1-4 each. Elton Herzog finally got called up. Good for him, I guess. Pitching wise, 46 saves out of Daniel Plencia, who has been very solid for us. Tatsuya Amai with a 3'9". Scoobs with a 3'7". Bieber with a 2'2". Do we have anyone else that we can turn into a starter? This Earl Phillips guy. Griff McGarry already is a starter and he sucks. Yeah. Alright, let's just get to the playoffs. Really nothing we can do with this roster besides let them cook. Okay, we beat the Mets. St. Louis is going to give us the work, though, and we are eliminated. Nice. They're going to trade away Lance Faraday for Gabriel Arias. Okay. Johnny Donahue, who I think they've recently drafted for Justin Steele. Should have just kept him the entire time, you buffoons. And the cookies are starting to crumble. Tatsuya Amai goes to the Mariners. And what did I tell you? They're going to trade away 2 of their best prospects for Ryan Waldschmidt, who is going to hit free agency next year, if I had to guess. Yep, that would be absolutely correct. Come on now. Come on, guys, please. You gotta stop doing this. Yeah, it's all coming to an end. We lost our entire starting rotation except for Scoobs. And he leaves next year. We do sign Cole Reagans, who's okay-ish at this point. Probably a little bit on the other side and nothing really gonna move the needle. We signed 4 straight third basemen. We signed yeah, we're gonna be bad. We're gonna be bad. All right, the pieces are gonna come apart now. Matt Wallner for Reed Kennedy, and Nico is gone. He had a solid career here. Yeah, 40 WAR as a member of the Cubs, 1,600 hits. Shout out to him, but he is on the older side, and they are gonna get rid of him for Esteban Gonzalez. Wade Meckler for Eric Delary. I guess it's okay. Hunter Gaddis for Charles Andrade. Alright, Home Run Derby. I don't expect anyone here. CJ Abrams would have been nice, but that's okay. I still think CJ Abrams is going to go on our wall for this one, just for winning that MVP. Wow. The Rockies are really good. That's a sentence I never thought I would have to say in my YouTube career. Who is our all-star? Probably... Oh, it's Josh Naylor. Okay, he's not doing too bad. Do we have anyone else? I don't think we would. PCA has been a little bit disappointing. Right now, I mean, like, he's been okay, but he hasn't been elite. Like, he's been good, but he's supposed to be better. Like, nice little 38 WAR, but he's supposed to be a 55 WAR player at this point in time. You know what I mean? So that's like, it's like I need him to do a little better. Like he's had a good stretch here, but I need to see some 6 WAR, some 7s, some 8s. You know, something that's gonna win an MVP or something. So let's go ahead. Let's get to the draft and see how it looks. Okay, this guy is gonna be very good very quickly. That guy could be decent in the near future. Not a terrible draft. Obviously, if they sign these 2 guys, might have been a little bit better, but we'll never know. Craziest thing is we finished 77 and 85. We weren't even that far away, which sucks, but it's okay. How did the guys do? Cam Collier finally up in the MLB. 4.9 from Pete. Waldschmidt with a 4.2. CJ Abrams with a 4.1. Another great year. And for that, he will go on the wall at some point in the foreseeable near future. I mean, come on. I mean, he has been an absolute beast so far for this team. Plus that MVP, I mean, that alone, the MVP and the playoff MVP, gives him the reason to be here. Gabriel with a 3.4, 2.6 from Naylor, 2.1 from Herzog. Osuna with a 1.6. 35 saves at Daniel Palencia. Could have been better. Could have been worse. 12 blown saves. Needs to be better. Let's see. 2.8 from Scoobs, who is starting to go down. Phillips with a 1.5 and Daniel Palencia with a 1. I'm going to go get a picture of CJ Abrams, and I'll put him on the wall at some point throughout this video. Alright, hindsight being 2020, probably should have printed it out in full color. But yeah, CJ Abrams will be making it onto our wall. I don't know where my tape went. So what we're going to do is just reuse some tape. So O'Neal Cruz, you are finally relieved of your duties. CJ Abrams, welcome to the Wall of Fame. Obviously, he's here for good performance, not for bad. So, shout out CJ Abrams. Welcome to the wall. And thank you for your service. They are going to trade away Cole for this Gregory Hunter. He's 35 is probably the best they could get, honestly. And the cookie crumbles. We lose PCA to the Blue Jays. That sucks. And we also lose Tarek Skubal. Shout out to him for being a beast for us throughout his time here. It was very good. So yeah, thank him. I didn't know that CJ Abrams was already a free agent. That sucks. Ryan Waldschmidt that just traded for and also lost. They signed Trent Grisham, River Ryan, and really nothing else. Jorbe Vivas, but he probably sucks. Yeah, Trent Grisham, channel legend. Shout out to the Diamondbacks 10-year sim where he was a stud. Hopefully he can be that for us too. Alright, they're going to trade away Gabriel Arias and a bunch of these guys for Herbert Gomez, Rolando McGill, and Nelson Ortiz. This is a decent deal. depending on what their potentials look like. I think this could actually be solid for them. And they trade away Daniel Palencia for a legitimate bag of Doritos. Come on now. All right, we're at the home run derby. No one here. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Not much we can do about it. Let's see you guys. No one. No one there. Anyone else? Anywhere? Doing anything special or anything? Josh Naylor's still here doing a good job, I guess. That works. Anyone? Did that say Eli Willits? Hell yeah. Good for him. We love Eli Willits in this channel. Yeah, nothing else, so let's just get to the draft class. Oh my god, they had a great draft class. I just think it's a little too late. These guys are only going to have 2 years to grow. This would have been perfect if they still had 5 years left, but that's alright. Maybe they trade them for something. Alright, 71-91. Obviously not good enough to make the playoffs. You could probably guess that. 6'4" from Trent Grisham. He's going to be a beast. 2'5" from Herzog. 1'5" from Melton. Armas with a 1-3, and Hartshorn with a 1-1. Good for him. 36 saves out of Earl Phillips. There's probably nothing special here, though. 2-1 from River Ryan, a.k.a. the right-handed Scooble. 1-4 from Chavez. Delgado with a 1-3. McManus with a 1-1. It's like, just like that, we went from players we knew to just absolute randoms. So, yeah, hopefully they make some moves this offseason. This is kind of ugly. They're going to trade away Cam Collier for Brian Diaz. Not a good deal because we're out of time, basically. Alright, we didn't lose much in free agency. We signed Franklin Arias, or Arias, whatever it is. Pedro Ramirez, Nolan Gorman. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is that the same guy that we had? That we just signed? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, this guy's... Wait. Is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the guy. The guy that we traded away. I didn't know he was second baseman. I thought he was a shortstop. I could be tripping. I might be tripping, but I think this is the guy that was here. They're going to trade away Lucius Spillane for Nolan Schanuel. Alright, we're at the home run derby. Nobody here from our team. Jordan Alvarez stayed with the Astros. Good for them. Good for him, I guess. We are currently not in a bad spot. 5.5 games back. I just don't think it's a very sustainable thing for this team. I think we'll fall off very quickly. Dusty Armas. Probably gonna fall off. Dalton Rushing used to be on our team. Do we have anyone else? I'm thinking no. Probably is the good answer here. And that would be correct. Alright, Andrew Pinckney. Nationals legend, maybe? Not really, I guess. I don't know. Let's finish off this draft class. This is the last draft class we're looking at, so hopefully it's a good one. The final draft class is, I wouldn't say a dud. Nothing that's going to help the team out. Good trade value for a couple of these guys, but nothing that's going to help them in the MLB. Alright, so a huge second half collapse, 76 and 86. Not good enough to make the playoffs. That's okay, though. McManus had an okay year. Trent Grisham, you're telling me that one shutout is enough to lead the league? There was 3 total shutouts this year. How many complete games? They're not even track complete games in this? Oh, they do. 4 total complete games. That is genuinely crazy. In all of the MLB, 4 pitchers went 9 innings. What happened? What happened to the game I left? You're telling me only 4 guys did it? That's insane. Pedro Ramirez, Josiah Hartshorn. Wow. Wow. Do the Mets have a team and a half? Wow. Let's see how our guys did. 5-3 from Herzog. Pedro Ramirez with 5-2. Trent Grisham with a 5-1. 3-5 from Gorman. 3-4 from Hartshorn. Tommy White with a 2-6. Adele Amador with a 8-2. 42 saves out of Dusty Armas, or Armas, whatever it is. 5 ERA sucks. So Pablo Delgado with a 3. Ryan with a 2-3. McManus with a 1-4. And McGill with a 1-1. Alright, we've got 1 year left. Hopefully they can figure it out. Alright, well, I have some extremely unfortunate news. I wasn't paying attention and I accidentally backed out of the sim and I have not saved since we won the World Series. So unfortunately, this is where we're going to have to end it. because as you can see, yeah, that's my bad. I can't believe I did that. I genuinely cannot believe that I just did that. So unfortunately, it's only a 9-year sim. I could have told you how the next year was gonna go. It was gonna go terribly anyway. That's my bad. I apologize. I will be better next time. But that's gonna be it for this one. CJ Abrams, thank you for being a stud for this team. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.